What's going on YouTube? Fuzzy Wuzzy doing a requested video about this parts washer. You don't see a whole lot of them on the internet, reviews about them, just because not a lot of people have them. At least DIYers don't. This is something you would find in a professional shop, mostly because it's expensive, very expensive. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you want to price one of these new, I dare you to Google it after this video and then come back and write in the comments what you think about if it's worth it or not. That's debatable. So DIYers usually don't have this because of the price. I have it because I found it on Craigslist for a couple $100. It was cheap and I wanted it because it's heated. This smart washer, it's a heated parts washer. It's some of the specs. It is pretty tall. I mean, it comes up right. This top rim's right at my belly button. I'm about 5'10", so it is pretty tall. It holds 300 pounds. It has 15 gallons of fluid in it, and it is heated. However, this one, my heater's not working because of that, the add fluid light. It's smart enough to know when the fluid's low so it doesn't turn on and burn up the heater. It is intended to stay plugged in all the time. I don't leave it plugged in because I don't use it often. So with that being said, if it's intended to plug in all the time, the heater's not the biggest heater in the world. It does take a very long time to heat up. In the summertime, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to heat up. And it gets up to, I think it says in the instructions, like between 105 and 115 degrees. So call it 110 degrees. It heats up to. It's a comfortable temperature to work at, and it breaks some of the grease loose and all that other shit. Another reason it's heated is this smart washer, it uses some shit called Aussie juice. It doesn't use solvent. This shit it's safe for your skin. It's water-based. It won't hurt plastic. It won't hurt rubber. I still pull the sensors out of things I wash just because I think that's common sense. You don't want to get any kind of liquid on a sensor. But anyway, it's water-based, and it has... Let me take it apart here. Inside here, it has, that's like a pre-strainer. Bend that up. Pull that up. Stay. It has these things called Aussie mats. They're again another pre-filter type thing. And then down in here is the final return back to the tank. So it gets filtered quite a bit, so you don't get a lot of bullshit in the tank. Like the cheap parts washers, they'll just have like the 3M Scotch-Brite type filter in there. This thing has a lot of shit in it to prevent big stuff from getting in the tank. Well, the thing with these Aussie mats and the special Aussie juice is that there's microbes and shit in there. Yeah, that's right, microbes. Little guys in there that eat the grease, eat the dirt, and the byproduct of them doing that is water and carbon dioxide. So changing your fluid, it really doesn't have to happen much, because those little guys do the work of cleaning the fluid for you. That's another reason why it's supposed to be plugged in all the time. Because right now, they're not dead in there, it being in the cold. This says it won't kill them, but they're a lot happier at 110 degrees. You know, they're a lot happier and they're eating away, being more efficient. Well, I don't do what the instructions say. They say to change those Aussie mats once a month. I never have. I've had it for a couple years. And I don't keep it plugged in. and it still cleans. So, you know, I can't really complain. And it does sit here in my unheated garage. And I have never tried to use it in the heart of winter to see if that thing still pumps or if it actually freezes up. I don't know. If it does freeze, it doesn't damage anything because it gets mighty cold in here, and it doesn't matter. I'll come out here in the spring, go to use it. No issues whatsoever. Plug it in, it fires right up. It's got all that. Everything's blinking. It's not up to temperature. That light's not lit up because that low fluid light. But yeah, that's pretty much all about it. Oh yeah, and it is mobile. It is on wheels. They call it a brake washer too because it is mobile. You're supposed to be able to roll it under the wheel of the vehicle. This brush is, goddamn, that thing's 3 feet long. That brush is. You can roll it under the vehicle, wash out the inside of a differential, wash off the dust off of your backing plates on your brakes. You can even wash the underside of the engine if you want to. It doesn't matter. This thing, it's mobile. And I don't mean it's like mobile like some shit they say it's mobile and it's got like a 2-foot cord on it. Now this cord's probably 10, 15 feet long. It truly is mobile. You just unplug it, roll it to where you want to be, and plug it back in. And you can wash the parts on the vehicle if desired. But like I said, I've never done that. I just know you can do it. I bought it because it was a reasonable price and because it's heated. This is the first year I've used it where the heater, actually this is the first time I've used it where the heater didn't kick on. That low light is something new to me. So I'm going to have to try to find some Aussie juice. I should probably change it because I never have, along with the Aussie mats. But we'll see if I do or not. I probably won't. That's one of the reasons why I like industrial and professional equipment. Because when a DIYer like me gets it and we don't take care of it properly, it's usually robust enough that it is just fine and it will serve me for a long, long time. So I got this valve cover here. Person wanted a before and after. It's not too bad. Typical valve cover shit. It's still got the sticker on it. This stuff will not harm that sticker at all. Probably won't even take that paint mark off. We'll see. Inside's not bad. That was a clean engine. So this is all I got to wash. I'll leave the rubber shit in here. It'll be just fine. So I'll give you a before and after. I'm sure this will still clean it just fine. It won't be optimal, like I said, because it's probably 40 degrees outside and the heater's not on. But I'm confident enough it'll do just fine. So here we go. It'll even wash your hands. Look at that. Not wearing gloves. You don't need to wear gloves. It's not a solvent. It's water-based. Now that being said, it water-based. It says you can, well you can, if you really want to, take this bottom out here and soak parts in there. But it's not recommended because, you know, they'll rust. If I was cleaning, I don't know, a cast iron cylinder head in here for whatever reason, when you're done with it, you would have to get some WD-40 on it. You would have to get some oil on it to keep it from rusting up. This brush it's stiff, but it's not going to scratch nothing. It's probably nylon or some alien technology shit I don't know about. One last rinse. We get some paper towels. There you go. Little after shot. Paint marker's still on there. All the dirt and grime and shit is just about gone. What little that's left on there, you know, you spend a couple more minutes and it'll be gone. If the heat was on, I can imagine this would do an even better job. But this is the stuff I typically put in here. Nothing that's really too extremely bad. Like I got this valve cover here that I tried before this valve cover, and this thing is just awful. See if you guys can see in there. This thing is awful. I put it in here. You can see where I tried scrubbing and it wasn't touching this shit. So I took it outside and I shot it with some brake clean, and brake clean didn't budge this. This is baked on sludge and oil and all that nasty shit. If brake clean ain't touching it, this ain't touching it either. And I really wouldn't expect it to. This is a pretty extreme case where you would need a power washer for. But stuff like this, washing off intakes, anything plastic, anything aluminum, real good. If you can find one of these used on the internet, I'd say pick it up, because I'm happy with it. And it being an industrial piece of equipment, you know, a guy like me, it'll last me the rest of my life. And it being a name brand, if I do need parts, it's serviceable. If the heater goes out, I can get a heater. If the pump goes out, I can get a pump. You know, you don't got to throw the whole thing away. It's not a disposable piece of equipment. So I hope that covered whoever wanted to see this questions and showed them what they wanted to see. I can't really think of anything else. I think I covered all the basics. All right. Peace.